Setting up a business isn't just about knowing what to do in 4 of the ideas and planning on papers alone. You'll need actual funds to drive your ideas into reality, and trust me, a lot of time that comes from top-rated investors. The truth is, you may have to contact a lot of them before you finally meet the ones that really matter to your business. I'll provide 10 methods to make it relatively easier for your company to find fundraisers today. It can get pretty tough trying to locate the best investor for your startup ideas. For this reason, I always recommend that your potential investors should not only have a positive history of funding other similar businesses like yours, but also understand your business field and, if possible, be actively working in the same field. Not to mention, you need to make sure that they have the required financial prowess to meet your business needs on favorable grounds based on mutual agreements. As opposed to going from one individual angel investor to another, angel networks are much better in that they serve as groups of several individual investors. Angel investors are wealthy people who are looking to invest in several startups. You can raise fund offers from hundreds of such investors at a much reduced risk rate. These investor groups are usually working side by side with an investment firm, which provides a large pool of funds. The way it works is that you'll need to apply to one of those angel networks based in your location. And once you've been screened and accepted, then you'll be able to gain access to their group and get investment funds. And once you're able to prove to them that you have a good knowledge about the industry you want to venture in and your expected returns on their investment, then the angel investors will be comfortable enough with releasing funds for your startup. Crowdfunding is a great way to grab the attention of prospective investors for your company. Irrespective of your industry field, you'll always find a crowdfunding platform that is willing to put in a great deal of funds in the networking stage of your business startup for numerous reasons. Some of these crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter and Indiegogo are known philanthropists that do not expect any profit from your company after investing in it. Others like CircleUp are known as equity-based crowdfunding platforms because they invest in your business with a certain agreed amount of returns to them. The opportunities of realizing your goals are better placed with this option at your disposal. Getting funds in the seed stage of your baby company depends on how much you're able to rouse potential investors, and that is exactly what crowdfunding sites are for. With crowdfunding, the cost of failure will go to zero because crowdfunding has leveled the playing field for market validation before you build anything. If you ever had to get a loan from a bank, then you definitely know how difficult it can get, especially when you don't meet up to certain criteria. Getting funds for your business will be easier with the various online lending sites available today. These platforms can stand as investors for your company as far as you're willing to meet their terms and conditions, which are much better than the banks. You'll be allowed to not only borrow, but also lend to people on peer-to-peer basis. With several of those platforms emerging on a daily basis, it is only wise to go with the ones that have proven credibility so as not to get involved in a bind later on. Some of these trusted sites include Prosper, OnDeck, and Lending Club. The basic idea behind bootstrapping is that you get to use your own money to start your business. It involves reinvesting the funds earned after you have slowly started your business. Now, I know you're probably wondering how this is even possible. Listen. There are different places that you can get the money from. One of them is cash savings. That is most likely the best way to do this. Dig into your own savings and get started. Another one that you may have heard about a lot nowadays is ROBS, which stands for Rollover Business Startup. Let's say you've got about $300,000 in your 401k, and to get the money from this, you'll need to pay taxes on it. If you're wondering how to do this, especially if you're not up to 60 years old without paying the penalties involved, the easy way to pull this off is to talk to your accountant and they'll explain it to you. All you need to do is start a 401k before you can use this as an investment capital. Now, one of the pros of bootstrapping is that you get to have a proven track record over time. When you reach out to investors, they'll know that you're serious since you put in all your life savings into the business and they can easily put in funds. What better way to show professional investors that you trust yourself enough to fund the business with all the risk involved? With bootstrapping, you get to keep more equity and give up less later on when you ask them for money. A lot of people have issues getting investment loans from traditional banks because of the somewhat harsh processes involved. However, What will work for you with these banks is to meet 4 different criteria, which includes a steady income, 700 plus credit score, equity in your home, and industry experience. There are 2 kinds of SBA programs in America. The first is called Community Program, in which they give you up to $250,000. And the other one is called Microloan, which allows you to get $50,000 after an upfront payment, about 30%. If you're willing to take this route, you should know that it's a slow process and you might get frustrated if you're not patient enough. However, I've seen people take this route and it worked out very fine for them. Accelerators provide a great way to grow your baby business from scratch. This method works even better for young entrepreneurs, where they get to meet with other company founders and also receive full-time mentorship and guidance from top-level industry investors. These incubators vary, but they all provide you with a plethora of resources and tools that will get you going and eventually open your own business operation. You can refer to Accelerators as a coaching school for new entrepreneurs. Some of the benefits of getting enrolled in accelerator programs would be access to a real office space for working, getting seed funding in the initial phase of your startup, meeting with similar founders who can help brighten up your business ideas, and more. In order to get admitted to these incubators, you may have to do a few research on the one that's closest to your residence area. Getting into some incubators such as Y Combinator and Techstars can be really tough, but the rewards are beyond imagining. Another point to note is that some accelerators are industry specific, while others can work with any kind of business startups. 500 Startups, Seedcamp, and Catalyzer are a few other proven accelerators I'd recommend. Known for short as VCs, these people manage funds that have been raised from limited partners and then make decisions on who they give money to, because they also need to generate a return over a 10-year period. There are thousands of VCs across the globe, and they are constantly looking for goal-oriented entrepreneurs. Just so you know, they don't have a job without your bright ideas. VCs are firms that have dealt with several businesses, and they have access to incredible resources, contacts, and networks. In dealing with them, you need to be aware of what they need and the specific things they're looking for. Most of them are looking to put in huge amount of money into your business with the hope of getting over 10 times returns within a certain period. They want to meet with coachable CEOs and build a strong team. Before you start pitching VCs, make sure to have obvious evidence that shows a level of being established in your business. If you ever look into getting investments fund from VCs, make sure that your idea something is big, because they only work with large businesses. To get connected with VCs, search for venture capitalist list or best venture capitalist in your area, and you will literally find them. Another easy method of getting investments for your company is through known friends or relatives. These people are already well aware of your passion and business ideas, and all you have to do is convince them further to see reasons why they can put their money into your business. You already have a solid relationship with them, and so it won't be difficult trying to talk to them into this. Even though you may not be able to get all the money you need from them, starting off with investments from family members or close friends is a good way to show other angel investors that you're a credible person. If you're trustworthy enough, you should be able to get your friends to part way with their hard-earned money just to back up your business without even seeing any products at all. I've even seen young entrepreneurs get referrals through their relatives and friends, and with this, there are better chances at being funded. However, you should be careful not to get into a tight spot that may make you lose your friends. Make sure the lines between personal, intimate relationships and official dealings are clearly defined in the best way possible, either in writing or in words. Be honest in telling them the risks involved, and they shouldn't release any amount they're not comfortable losing so as not to have misaligned expectations. There are numerous startup launch platforms available online which will help provide the right connections your company needs to get investment. These online startup companies will provide basic assistance for your business and also mentor you through the rigors of the starting phase of your business. These companies will literally walk you through the essentials of getting your business started and provide a community for other starters like you. They provide an efficient way of attracting the right investors for you. Such online platforms include StartUp.co and Gust are constantly growing a large community of entrepreneurs and investors alike, and you should try out a few options available. Without having to say much here, social networking platforms such as LinkedIn are another great way to get connected to real-time investors across the globe. The good thing about these professional platforms is that your prospective investors do not necessarily have to be located in your country. With sites like LinkedIn, you get to see all the achievements and interests of these investors and choose the right ones. Once you're able to build a credible number of connects on your profile, getting these investors won't be a problem anymore. Apart from LinkedIn, several other professional social networks platforms also worth using to get investment include Quora, eFactor, Zing, and Meetup. Getting investors is hard, and a big misconception is to go about treating it like it's not. Always remember that no matter how close you are to these investors, you are not entitled to their money, and you'll need to put up a good show of responsibility before you can get them to pour out their funds in your business ideas. Try to put yourself in their shoes and ask yourself some realistic questions. You never know if one big opportunity is all you get, so do it with purpose, as it could mean the future of your business and entrepreneurship career.
Subscribe to Analytics of Life and don't forget to press the bell icon. Never miss another update or a new video.